Wait, what? J.J. Abrams is directing Star Wars Episode 9? Hey guys, welcome to Star Wars Talk, and here we're talking about the new director for Episode 9. J.J. Abrams is directing Star Wars Episode 9. Wow, I'm holding a porg. Look, a flock porg. He feels furry and he's really cute. I hope these don't become the new Ewoks. I mean, they kind of already are. There's already like 5 pop vinyls of a fucking porg. But hey, can you guys see him right there? No, you guys can't, huh? Meant that Colin Trevorrow was leaving the directing duties of Episode 9. He pretty much got fired in a way, or he left the project, however you want to look at it. He got fired, is the best way to put it. So, when we got this announcement, I posted a video immediately. I really did. I'm going to give you guys a close-up. I'm trying to stand this porg so you guys can see him in the camera, because it's pretty cute. You still can't see him? Anyways, this director. And then we get the announcement that Episode 9 is being directed by J.J. Abrams. Now, this is receiving 2 kinds of hate. It's just like the porgs. Either people love them, or people hate them. But now let me give you guys my thoughts. My thoughts initially are that I like this. I like this a lot. Now, before you guys go commenting in the comment section saying, "Oh, you don't like originality. It's just gonna be a copy of Episode 6, and you just like the original trilogy, and you hate original new directors." Trust me, I can hear these comments already. I hear you guys type on the keyboard, and never even heard my initial thoughts about it yet. Okay, so here's why I defend this. This is why I defend J.J. Abrams. I love The Force Awakens. A lot of you guys know this already. I have a freaking Force Awakens hat here. I love The Force Awakens. I love it more than Rogue One, and I know that's going to receive some hate too. Go ahead, comment below. I'll start a discussion with you guys. Personally, I just think The Force Awakens was a better movie than Rogue One. I think J.J. Abrams did a lot. He brought in new characters while still giving a lot of credence and love to the original characters, but also introducing new characters that we care about and that we actually like and we actually want to see more of. Not only that, but he also brought in a new amazing villain with Kylo Ren, really introducing a new villain of the Star Wars saga that's really interesting and really different and really new and really fresh. And let me use a word that everyone's using in Hollywood now all of a sudden. Kylo Ren is an original villain. He is. We have never seen anyone being pulled to the light side from the dark before. It's usually always light to dark first. So it's an amazing thing to see this and actually see it on screen portrayed really well by Adam Driver. So to have J.J. Abrams start the trilogy and also end it, I think it's a really good thing. I actually really endorse this. Now, would I prefer Rian Johnson to direct this? Maybe. Honestly, probably. I probably would have been more excited if Rian Johnson was to direct this episode. But we have J.J. Abrams, and that's a better choice. And a lot of people are calling this a safe choice. And that's true. It is a safe choice. But it's a necessary choice. Because all this debacle with Lucasfilm right now, they're in shambles. They really got to get their games together and fix what the hell they're doing. Because they cannot keep losing directors and firing directors and reshoots and all this other stuff. They really can't. They gotta stop doing this. So you pick J.J. Abrams, someone who knows these characters, because he obviously started them off for us. He can finish these characters really well. And the most important thing that Lucasfilm is looking for is someone who knows how to direct these big tentpole movies. Because when you're directing a big movie like Star Wars, yes, you can be an original director. And yeah, it helps a lot if you're, you come from an indie background. But honestly, what Lucasfilm is looking for is, someone to pretty much come in and bring an original take on Star Wars, but also to confine with them and actually listen to them. Because overall, Star Wars is Lucasfilm's property. If you're hired by Lucasfilm, you're going to listen to them, right? I mean, yeah, you might take your own little spin on certain things, but overall, you have to listen to them because they're your boss. They hired you. Like, for example, let's say you work at Starbucks, right? This is not in any way sponsored by Starbucks, but if Starbucks, you want to sponsor me? I'm right here. You know my email. You come out, and you're a barista, okay? You're making drinks, and you might add your little spin in them to make them a little better than usual. And that's fine. Hey, as long as you still follow health procedures and it still tastes the same or probably even better, that's fine. But if, if your manager comes up to you and says, or the CEO of the company comes up to you and says, "Hey, that's cool what you're doing, but I don't want you to go. I don't want you to start making your own drinks. Okay, still keep it our drinks because it's our property. It's our property, and you're working for us, so you got to listen to us." And what would you say? Would you be like, "No, what? You're not letting me be an artist. You're not letting me be creative. You're paying for my salary, but hey, you should listen to me." That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, you should allow some directors to have some freedom. And yeah, Lucasfilm does allow directors to have some freedom. But you still have to understand, these directors should and have to listen to Lucasfilm. That's their boss. I mean, that's the way I see it, at least. And before we get this whole comment section that, oh, J.J. Abrams is just going to make a repeat of episode 6. Here's what I say about all these comments about that the new trilogy is basically just the original trilogy retold. That's dumb. It really is dumb. Because even George Lucas himself, when he owned the company, said that Star Wars is like poetry. It has similar elements and it repeats itself at times. Because it's like poetry. And before you go saying that The Force Awakens is an exact copy of episode 4, look at episode 1. You can say that. We can make the same argument for that. You can make the same argument for episode 2. Even for episode 3, really. They have similar beats, similar things repeat themselves. Because it's like poetry. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people get mad at me when I say that, hey, the prequels are somewhat a copy of the original trilogy as well. People get mad about that. But it's true if you actually take a step back and look at it. The trilogies all have similar aspects and similar story beats and similar coincidences that happen. Now, why do I believe he is a good choice? One thing is, he knows, like I said before, he knows the characters better than anyone else. He basically created these characters. He knows them better than anyone else. He created these characters. 2, he's willing to play ball with Lucasfilm. He saw in The Force Awakens that he's willing to compromise in certain things to keep his job and to overall just make the better movie and to, fold to the will of his bosses, because they're his bosses, guys. He has to listen to them. Let's not forget that. 3, I think he'll be less tied down in this one. The Force Awakens was a huge success. Despite your thoughts on the film, whether you one of the people who loved it, and then a couple weeks later you hated it, because that's the cool thing to do now, is to turn on things that you love. But the thing is, I felt he was really tied down with Episode 7 because he had to do, one, bring back the original characters, introduce the new characters, set up the state of the galaxy. He had to do a lot of setup in Episode 7 for the rest of the trilogy that he really didn't have a chance to tell his own story, probably the story he really wanted to tell. He didn't have a lot of freedom because he had to get down this chores. It's like when you want to go out, you're a kid and you got to tell mom, hey mom, can I go out? And she's like, okay, cool, but you got to do this first. If you want to have your free time, you got to do these things first. And you're like, okay, I have to do this thing. I have to reintroduce these characters. I have to reintroduce the state of the galaxy in order to go out and have certain aspects of scenes that I want. Understandable. Now, so I think with Episode 9, he'll be more free. He gets to do what he wants. He can end the trilogy. And the thing is, I think Rian Johnson doesn't have a big part in Episode 9 as well. I believe, although he is not directing it, he's going to be, I'm pretty sure he's going to have some kind of executive producer credit, or he's even going to be a producer on the film. He's probably going to be involved with Episode 9 as well, because he set up Episode 8. So, it would make nothing but sense for Rian Johnson to be there and to actually help him with, with Episode 9. And everyone's coming out and slamming J.J. Abrams, slamming Lucasfilm. Give him a break, guys. And like a fellow YouTuber said, Hello Greedo, he said this, in JJ we trust. And it's true, and I understand. Would I have wanted someone else? Was J.J. Abrams my first choice? No. He wasn't. I'll be honest with you guys, he wasn't. You guys know my first choice. It was Rian Johnson. But I'm perfectly fine with this. I am. And like I said before, in JJ we trust. I trust in him. I know he's going to give us a pretty good movie. And look, honestly, with Star Wars movies, I'm very, very biased. I don't really care if they're a good movie. Main thing is, is the movie entertaining? And do I actually somewhat care about the movie? I don't want this, yeah, I do care Star Wars is an Oscar caliber movie. Episode 9 is an Oscar caliber movie. Sure, I care. Of course I do. I mean, of course I want Star Wars to be one of the greatest movies of all time. So episode 9 at least. But I'm not, when I go see these movies, if it's not Oscar worthy, I don't care. As long as I have fun and I'm entertained in this movie and I care about the characters and I care about the lightsaber fights and there's cool action scenes and there's characters that have some development, I don't really care if it's worthy of an Oscar or not. Just make me go to the theater, have a good time, and end this trilogy off in a great way. That's all I truly care about, and people are just taking this way too far. And I have to say this because I always have to say this online. I always have to. Look, signing a petition to get a director removed from a project isn't going to do jack shit. It's not going to do bantha shit. It's not going to do bantha poop. No, it's not. Because you know why? Movie studios don't care what you think. I'm sorry, they're not going to go and fire the director because, hey, the fans signed a petition. It's not going to work. The best thing you could do, if you really want to send a message to a movie studio or a gaming studio or any kind of type, big corporation studio like that, is to not buy their product. But we all know all these people who are complaining about Episode 9 and J.J. Abrams directing it. As soon as the movie comes out, people are going to go watch it. The same people who are complaining are going to go watch it. That's my point. It's just that people can complain all they want about Star Wars movies and how they lack originality or they lack this or they lack that. They're still going to go watch them. That's why I never take these things so seriously. That's why I never get so in defense or I never get so angry or criticize something, a director or a writer or anything too harshly, because I would be a hypocrite if I go and say, oh, J.J. Abrams is the worst pick to be directing Episode 9. But when the tickets go on sale for Episode 9, I'm going to buy them. That makes no sense. But anyways, guys, let me ask you guys, what did you guys think about the announcement of J.J. Abrams directing Episode 9? Comment below and let's start a discussion, guys, as always. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SithLord310. And make sure you guys ever have a question for mailbag, you guys mailbag me at the.sith.lord310@gmail.com. As always, thank you guys for watching. May the Force be with you.